Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with another reacting story. Yeah, I know, don't type in comments again a reacting story, seriously? You're going to milk this content or something? Yeah, kind of am, but still at the same time, hear me out. The thing is that, well, our OG subscriber SpideyX Arco shout out to him, was suggesting this idea for a long time. Almost a month by now. And I was kind of afraid to post this idea. Well, for one thing, why? Because I haven't made a reacting story in a long time. But since I made one on this channel a few days back, he kind of requested it again and was kind of, like, hey, I have been saying this idea for a long time. Why are you putting it off if you're making reacting stories? And I kind of felt guilty and I was like, hey, he's right. I gotta make this idea. And that gave me another idea. Please do leave in your comments and give me as wild idea as you can, because you know what? Screw it. I don't care how it turns out to be. I'm just gonna do my best to make your ideas in the most funny or serious way possible. I mean, hey, it's fiction after all, I guess, and what could go wrong? Many things, but hey, we're here to enjoy ourselves, right? Anyways, moving onwards, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Our story begins in canon universe of Naruto, where we see a 16-year-old Naruto Uzumaki returning after 3 years of training trip with Jiraiya, one of the legendary Sanins of Konoha, back to his home, Konoha Gakure no Sato, as we see an 16-year-old tall blonde standing at the front gates of Konoha Gakure, as he was reminiscing about the past. His blue eyes seemed to be focused and yet in deep thought, as he was brought out of his stupor by a hand placed on his shoulder. It was none other than Jiraiya, of the legendary Sanin, his sensei for the previous 3 years, as well as his companion on his journey. "Well, kid, I guess it's time to head finally back home, huh?" said Jiraiya with a smile on his face. "You know what, Sanin? I doubted that we will be taking a detour instead of going home." "What?" said Jiraiya with a shocked expression. "You think so lowly of me even after spending all this time with me?" As Naruto rolled his eyes at Jiraiya's words. As Naruto then said, "Enough about this. Hey, about this, old man. If you beat me towards Bachan's office, I'll buy you not only 2 bowls of ramen, but also help you out with your new Ichaicha tactics book. And stop calling you a Sanin." As Jiraiya, seeing this as a golden opportunity and a win-win, then smirked. "Your own brat," as both of them in an instant dashed as fast as they could towards the Hokage office. As now we see, they were using the rooftops, hopping from one roof to the other. Naruto and Jiraiya were passing one another like they were in a race, but they were keeping up. Jiraiya, for the most part, seeing this instead of a challenge, was quite proud of the progress that his student has made. "He has gotten fast, much faster than Minato was at his age," said Jiraiya to himself in his thoughts with a smirk on his face. "You know, brat, you're gonna lose." Yeah, keep telling yourself that, old man. "And I'm gonna win. I'll show you," said Naruto with a confident smirk as he dashed as fast as he could. But seeing that Jiraiya then took off in a bolting speed, Naruto caught up to him and used the Shadow Clone and henged it into the sexy jutsu, causing Jiraiya to nosebleed and face fall towards the ground as Naruto passed by him with a smirk on his face. As now we see, as soon as they were about to enter the Hokage office, as soon as the door opened, while both of them were together, as Jiraiya caught up to him, we see that a bright light emerged, and instead of entering Tsunade's office, they were standing in a white void. As that is when we see Jiraiya then said, "Kid, what the hell did you do?" "What?" said Naruto with a shocked expression. "What do you mean I do? I just opened the door to Hokage office, didn't I? Did they change or something?" "No, I don't think so, kid. Something must have happened." "Oh, come on. After 3 years I was about to meet her and meet my friends, and this happens? Seriously?" As that is when Jiraiya then said, "Quiet, Naruto." And seeing that the Jiraiya was now getting much more serious, he also got serious. "What do you think, old man? Who would have done this?" "I don't know, Naruto, but something is off. Last time I checked, we were really back at home, and we're heading towards Tsunade's office. And we did open the door, from what I can remember." As Jiraiya's eyes narrowed, "Something is going on here. Something that I don't even realize myself." As that is when Naruto yelled out, Kai! Kai! Trying his best to break out the genjutsu. "Enough, kid. This is not a genjutsu. Can't you see that?" "What? Then what is it?" "That is something that we don't know. as that is when much more bright lights emerged, and soon their eyes widened. What appeared out of them? It was Tsunade, as well as Orochimaru, surprisingly, and even Sasuke Uchiha, as well as the rest of Konoha 11, like Neji, Lee, Tenten, Hinata, and the rest of the gang. And not only that, the senseis also appeared, like Asuma, Kurenai, as well as even Kakashi and Guy. What the hell? What is going on here? Jiraiya, Naruto, did you brought us here? No. I swear, Hime, we didn't, said Jiraiya, sweating almost instantly, as Tsunade was looking at him with narrowed eyes, as that is when her gaze fell on Naruto and softened. Kid, it is nice meeting you, but I wish the circumstances were better. You certainly have grown, and you didn't change at all, Bachan. As that is when Sakura then looked at Naruto. Naruto? Is that you? Wow, Sakura, you surely have grown. And so have you guys. I mean, look at you. Obviously, you damn blonde, said Shikamaru. As that is when Jiraiya then said, Orochimaru. As the rest of them then noticed that Orochimaru and Sasuke were also staring at them with wide eyes. My oh my, if this isn't a surprise, Jiraiya. To what do we owe the pleasure of you calling us here? I didn't call you here. Then if you didn't, said Kakashi, then why are we here? I don't know what happened. But we were, it seems like, summoned here. Because last time I checked, we were about to enter your office, Tsunade. So it was you? Yes, we were about to enter. But then there was bright light, and then we were here and the door vanished from behind us. Is that true, Naruto? Yes, Bachan, it is true. What Hirosanin is telling you is correct. Enough. I don't have time for this bullshit. I need to go and take my revenge. As that is when from behind Sasuke, we see that a being appeared, and Uchiha appeared. Uchiha lost in time. And if you don't have, and what if I tell you that you don't need to go back right now because the time in your line is frozen completely? What? Who are you, even? Said Sasuke as he instantly got on alert, and so did many others, as that is when he noticed an Uchiha symbol. I am the true ghost of Uchiha. Bullshit, that was Madara's moniker. Madara took that moniker from me. I am the one as they call the ghost of Uchiha. After that we see everyone was quiet, and that is when, breaking the silence, the ghost then continued. You may call me as Ghost, and that is the only name I'm going to give. You see, I am from a different time and dimension. I have brought you all here because of him, he said, pointing towards Naruto, as Naruto's eyes widened. What? Oh, what do you mean, me? You see, Naruto Uzumaki, you're not just a simple kid, as you might think, and as you all might think. You all might have wondered why he was able to bring you all close. Why was he able to make friends with even enemies? Am I right? As all of them then remembered, as Kakashi then said, well, if you put it like that, I do remember that he was able to turn Zabuza and Haku into our allies in the last moment. As Naruto also remembered that, yeah, I do remember that. As after that, some of the others then also shared their memories. That is true, but what of it? Said Sasuke. You see, Sasuke Uchiha, he is the center of your reality. I'm sorry, what? Said Jiraiya. What do you mean by that, ghost or whatever you are? What has Naruto do with any of this? Well, he has more than any of this to do with it, if anyone else has here. What do you mean by that even? Everything will be explained if you sit down. You see, there are many variants of Naruto and the realities of you all out there. In some, Naruto was loved and had his parents here. As the adults flinched, you better not dare tell him that. What? What do you mean by that, Hirosanin? You know who my parents are? Said Naruto as Jiraiya flinched when Naruto looked at him with wide eyes. As the others also then wondered from the next generation, who are his parents even? That will be explained later, but I want to show you the alternate versions of Naruto. As an holographic image of female Naruto was shown, causing males to blush. This is female Naruto from another Earth. She is also known as the goddess of shinobi and konoichis. As their eyes widened, the strongest konoichi in the whole elemental nation world, even stronger than Hashirama, Madara combined. and wife of Sasuke Uchiha. As that is when Sasuke was shown, and so was their kid, as Sasuke blushed and so did Naruto. What? Me marrying Teme? Nah, not gonna happen in million years. Well, there is another version of this, but reverse roles. This is Naruto Uzumaki, the strongest god of shinobi ever to exist, and right next to him is his wife. That is Satsuki Uchiha. As now this time Sasuke was the one who scowled and, well, had a little blush on his face. Seriously? This is got to be a nightmare. Well, there are more rare ships out there that I would like to show you, but these are a few examples. There is a good Naruto. In one version, this is your son, Jiraiya. A Naruto that is your son and Tsunade's. As Tsunade and Jiraiya both watched this version of Naruto with their other variants, and they were quite shocked. Naruto had, well, blonde hair like his mother, and black eyes like his father. Also had the same markings. He was a little bit of pervert like his father, but he was a medical genius as well. A Senju, huh? Who would have thought? And then there is this Naruto. A Naruto who has gained a lot of fear and recognition even in the other timelines. What do you mean by that? The evil variants of Naruto. What? What do you mean evil? You had ever thought for a moment, Jiraiya, that how Naruto never turned bad after everything that he has been put through in the village? As Naruto flinched when the ghost said these words, as everyone looked at Naruto as Naruto was looking down, trying his best to hide and shrink down there. As Sasuke then said, what do you mean by that? I mean, sure, he did some pranks and got on people's nerves, but that was the extent of it. No, Sasuke. Do you all remember the Kyuubi attack and thought that the Kyuubi was killed? You better not say that. You think I fear you, Jiraiya? Or any of you here? No. I am much more stronger than all you think, but he is much more than what you think. You see, Naruto was the chosen child by the fourth to have the Biju sealed inside of him. And for that reason, his life has been turned upside down and into a literal hell. He has been treated like a pharaoh, a disease in the village. And for that reason alone, Naruto has suffered more than anyone else here. Even more than you, Sasuke. At least you had a family. In the beginning, he didn't have no one. As soon as he could crawl, his life was constantly threatened by the enemies of his parents and by the enemies from within the village, the foolish villagers. And because of that, some people in different dimensions taking it to extreme, Naruto has gone through much worse than hell that he has experienced here. What? What do you mean by that? Said Naruto with a serious expression. What could be worse than that? Said Naruto as he flinched and was literally shaking, as Jiraiya and the rest were quite shocked. As Hinata then said, Naruto. As that is when Ghost then said, calm down, Naruto. I brought you all here so that you can change what is, well, the present. What do you mean by that? Because of Sasuke leaving the village, and because of your promise, because of the hardships that you endure, the people, even after you save them, by this close of dying, will not accept you. As Naruto's eyes widened, what? So all this training, everything I went through, it was all for naught? Well, more like the people who control them won't let you be accepted by them. Then what's the point? Said Naruto, dropping his mask and shocking everyone. That is why I brought you here, Naruto, alongside with all of you, to show you what can change and what can become of Naruto if you don't allow him to be accepted, and if you allow the civilian and the elders to rule and regime free as they see fit. But I don't get it. Why does this involve every one of us? Because it affects all of you. You see, this is the canon Naruto, as we call it, and he is a little bit different from you, Naruto. Instead of closely fighting to death, he was accepted, and his life went on to be the greatest ever. And you know why? Because the people accepted him, regardless of how they treated him and regardless of what the elders said. As Naruto saw that how he was treated in the images that was shown to him, he was seen as a hero. And not only that, as the time went on, he became a strong shinobi and even was able to bring Sasuke back and change him. And that is when they saw the canon ships, Naruto and Hinata, as well as Sasuke and Sakura, and Ino, who was feeling down, had even Sai and her son Inojin. and she was happy, and so were the others when they saw their kids. As that is when we see Rock Lee was also even crying tears of joy, and so was Guy. Lee, Guy, enough of this. You'd better not start that genjutsu here, in my plane, said Ghost, looking at them with a scowl on his face. Now, since that is out of the bag, I still don't see how am I involved. You see, they're kids, the canon Naruto kids. Boruto and Sarada, Sasuke and Naruto's children, will have another teammate, and he will be your son, Mitsuki. As that is when Mitsuki was shown, who was wearing a Konoha badge and was best friend of Naruto. And this shocked many, because Orochimaru changed? And not only that, he had a son? I don't know what I'm worried about, said Sasuke, looking towards Tsunade, both shocked and baffled. Orochimaru changing for good, or him having a son? A son! As Orochimaru looked at him with a scowl. Oh, really, Jiraiya, much more mature of you to say that. Even we can change. That is, not that bad of a future. That is indeed true, Orochimaru. But what is bad is yours. And that is why I brought you here to change it. Even against the will of the sage, Shinigami, Kami, and Yami, because I don't care about that. What I do care is about the survival of that village, of the Uchiha bloodline. I don't care what happens to the rest, as long as the Uchihas are safe. I can live by easily. Tell me honestly, who are you, Ghost? Says Tsunade. Fine. I'll drop the Henji. As that is when a Henji was dropped, and that is when it was revealed that it was none other than Saruto Uzumaki Uchiha Namikaze, grandson of Naruto and Sasuke. What? Our kid's married? Said Sasuke. And I can't believe that I became a grandfather, said Naruto. As Sakura also said, I'm too young to be a grandma right now. Enough about this, grandma. Don't call me that. I mean, you are going to be my grandmother whether you like it or not, but I want that future to be here as well. You see, I might have been tinkering with, grandpa's scrolls a bit. I mean, great-grandfathers, and that is when something was discovered by me. A turtle of a sort that allows you to, jump from time and space. I kind of fidgeted with it and ended up in that timeline that I'm about to show you. And yeah, it wasn't good. Turns out it was your timeline, so I used it again from your timeline to bring you all here. But what will happen to you? I have a spare one to get back, said Saruto. You kind of have Naruto's characteristics. But I'll let that slide, said Sasuke. So you are my grandchild, huh? With the dobe over there. Yes, kind of. What can you do? Yeah, I have both of your skills like Rasengan, Rasen Shuriken, and so many more Rasengans as well as Flying Raijin, and I am the 16th or 19th Hokage. What do you mean by that, 16th or 19th Hokage? Well, they were going to put me in that position, but I kind of declined, and they kind of want to force that on me, so yeah, I don't think I want to be. That is why I kind of, got here. Oops, said Saruto, as everyone looked at him with a deadpan expression. Kid, said Tsunade. I think you're less annoying than your grandson over there. I can't believe this. How far the next generation has fallen. Yeah, not that far enough. I mean, you're going to be my granddad-in-law, I guess. What do you mean by that? Said Orochimaru. Well, Mitsuki's daughter and I, Izumi and I are kind of dating. More like she forced me into dating, but yeah, we kind of are. As that is when Orochimaru's mind went blank. He became a grandfather? And this kid was dating his granddaughter? Something within him told him that he wanted to crush this brat's head. And that is when Naruto then said, laughing as hard as he could, falling down on his ground, not only me and Te may become your granddad, you also are dating Orochimaru's granddaughter. As that is when Tsunade also said with a shocked expression, I can't believe this. Is this even real, Jiraiya? Yeah, Hime. I think so too. Now, enough about this. What I want to show you is here. So please settle in. As after everyone settled in, Saruto got serious. Please. I don't want my grandfathers to fight to that and, me not being born here. I kind of want you to be like, my versions of, granddads and, the future. Where I come from. As that is when we see the screen appeared as Saruto began to show them the future of Naruto. Naruto, after not being accepted, defected and began in his own rage experiment with Fuinjutsu. As experimenting so on, and Jiraiya being killed in the pain attack, in the Akatsuki attack, in Amegakure not being there, and Tsunade being in comatose state, Danzo being the next Hokage, nobody was able to stop him. And Naruto, with his pure rage, was able to attain what no mortal was able to attain. He was able to attain the power of gods. With Fuinjutsu alone, he was able to fly, strengthen his body so much that even kunais couldn't pierce him, and not even the chakra little katanas and no jutsu could pierce him. Not even the legendary Hashirama's wooden dragon or wooden Buddha statue. And even bijus were now at his mercy. And not only that, Naruto began to develop new Fuinjutsu techniques that allowed him much more strength abilities than any other, even surpassing that of Orochimaru and any other Uzumaki that has been in the past. Naruto became a true menace. And after achieving this power for more than 10 years, all hell broke loose when Naruto destroyed Konoha, as that is when an image of Naruto was shown flying with the cape behind his back, his eyes burning red, bright red, as huge amount of heat vision was released, piercing through Sasuke's chest, burning him completely. As that is when he was flying there still in Konoha, hovering above it, laughing at the destruction that he has caused. And moving in front of him was the other villages that feared his powers, and what followed suit was absolute destruction. One after the other, most brutalized deaths were ever shown. And after that, Naruto ripped out the Biju from within him and even gathered all of them, killing them all, erasing them from existence, taking their strengths for his own. And that is when he ventured on and became a tyrant in his own right. But not everyone was killed. Tenoichi and Ayame, who were even captured when Danzo tried to kill him and they tried to stop him, were freed. And some of the friends like Gaara and those who were innocents were freed by him, because he was changed person, but not an evil person to the core right now. But he was indeed what everyone could call a tyrant, an evil being, but more of a tyrant. And as for Naruto, he finally gave up on Sakura and everyone else. The women that he finally realized that he loved were Mei Terumi, Kurenai Yuhi, as well as none other than Tsunade. As hearing that names, all of them literally, the girls who were present there, like Kurenai as well as Tsunade, blushed. What? As Asuma's jaw dropped. Seriously? And so did Kakashi, as that is when Jiraiya laughed wholeheartedly. Well, at least one good thing happened here. Don't you dare say that, Jiraiya. As that is when it was shown that Naruto was only showing vulnerable sides to them. And from there on, it changed to something more. Something in the form of infatuation. In infatuation, it turned into a love that was close to psychotic. For the girls and for Naruto as well. They loved each other wholeheartedly and dearly, because Tsunade and Naruto have lost everything. And Mei, well, she was also kind of the same. And Naruto fit in the category of her husband list, so yeah, it was kind of good for her sake. And as for Kurenai, well, she was the only logical woman that Naruto could think of that went through something akin to him as well, and Tsunade as well. And seeing that Naruto began to take care of her because he thought that he owed it to, old man Hiruzen as well as to Asuma. And because of that, sharing some time and spending some time, it changed into something more. You still could remember in that video was shown that how, Team 10, team of Asuma as well as of Kurenai, as Hinata and the others ganged up on him and told him that he better take care of, their sensei. Wait, I don't understand, said Kiba. How the hell are we alive if Sakura is killed alongside with Sasuke? Well, they were also one of those who tormented him alongside Kakashi. As for you, you might have made fun of him and all that, but it was in goodwill. You saw him as a friend, not as a foe. While these two, they saw him as a nuisance, said Saruto. Hey, how can you say that about us? Said Sakura. Well, tell me, did you or did you not say that he was a nuisance to, Sasuke when you were kids? Did you? Said Naruto. I apologized for that later on. So you did, said Naruto. You know what? It's fine, Sakura. I get it. I swear I won't bother you again. Wait, so how do you want to change this? I want to add one more to his harem actually. I mean, it's unavoidable to change the future like this, but I want to add one more. Wait, so you're here, said Jiraiya with a smirk on his face, so that you can add on to your grandfather's harem? Hey, I told you I want to be born in this world as well, with awesome powers like him, so yeah, I kind of want you to marry, well, the original canon ship, Naruto x Hinata? As Naruto blushed and so did Hinata. Wait, what? What do you mean by that? Well, after you kind of left this village, Kiba kind of made his move and, well, Hey! Then you're taking my chance away. Yeah, bullshit. Kiss my ass, Kiba. I want to be born here, not you. And not to mention, you both were not able to even have any kids, because Hinata still loved Naruto in the heart. Wait, what? Said Naruto. You love me, Hinata. Yes, Naruto-kun. I did. Since when? As that is when we see that Saruto was more than ever happy. Yes, finally! Now I will be able to be born here. But how do you want to change this future? Oh yeah, about that. The future is not going to change that much, but at least a little change will be made. Me! I'll be born here. Everyone face vaulted when Saruto said that. So, you called us here, and did all of this just so you could be born here? Duh, said Saruto like it was the obvious choice. Well, you showed us quite an important information as well, so we'll let you off on that. Yeah, you may not be my only grandson, but hey, you're the awesome one I ever met. I'm probably gonna name my son after you. Don't let my dad name me, please. You better name him Boruto. And please make sure that Aunt Himawari is also born, as Neji face vaulted. What do you mean by that? Oh yeah, I'll show you an image. As Boruto and Himawari was shown, where Boruto was wearing a cape with looking cool and all that, and his wife Sarada Uchiha was next to him being the Hokage. This was the canon ship, Boruto and Sarada, and as you can see, you kind of are my grandparents now, and I don't want you to be killed by, my grandparents, so please, at least be nice to him this time around. I see. Now it's time for every one of you to go back. Bye! As now we see, all of them were sent back to the timeline of, second canon of Naruto Universe. As after that we see Saruto was about to leave and he was brought back to his world by his father who appeared there. Saruto, you caused enough trouble already. You're going back home with me this instant. Your mother is worried sick. Dad, you're here. Of course I am. As Boruto appeared there using the new form of flying Raijin that he used in the Blue Vortex, and taking his son by the ear, he appeared back in their own timeline. As now we see an older Sarada standing there. Son, you're the next in line chosen by the council as well as the whole village to be the Hokage. Which one was it? 16th? 19th? 18th, Saruto. 18th. Yeah, about that. I don't think I want to be. When will you realize that it is an important job, son? I don't understand. You wanted to be the Hokage. Yeah, not so any much more after seeing you all guys go through it. I mean, I saw what Dad went through. You what? Said Boruto. I went to the past and kind of saw what, how you felt when Grandpa was, the Hokage. I realized later on that what he was doing was much more important than my childish games, and it is high time that you realize as well. As now we see, Saruto was in for a lot of trouble because, both his parents were mad, and this time around his Aunt Himawari as well as his grandpa were not there to save him. So, yep, he was going to get an ass whooping of a lifetime. But he did something great and he was happy for it, and it was totally worth it. Not only he will be born again in that universe, he will be also having those cool abilities, what like Naruto had. And talking about that universe, now we go there to see that time has flown by and everything was similar to canon. The only difference was that Naruto had abilities like Thor and Homelander again. He could summon lightning at will, cause huge amount of destruction, could fly, was almost immortal and unpenetrable, and also had heat vision and super strength. and also tyrant-like personality, but he was kept in check by his wives, which were Tsunade, Kurenai, as well as Mei Terumi and Hinata Yuga. Why? Well, because Saruto asked for it and even showed the canon pictures as well as their reality images. And as for Asuma, well, he kind of ended up cheating on, well, Kurenai, so yeah. Even if he didn't die, he kind of was a dick, so yeah, that happened. And as for Jiraiya, well, he never wanted to settle down, but he kind of loved Hime, so who better than Naruto? Plus, he got a lot of content for his Icha Icha tactics out of it, so it was kind of, well, win-win for him. And as for the others, they were also happy about this. And in this world, Danzo got his wish fulfilled, even though he was dead to see it. Konoha was the village that was above all, ruled over by Tyrant known as Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, and his 4 queens. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, as this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace!